back to We Can't Spell Success Without You, PowerPlan Brand vs Brand Challenge. In this section of the channel we want to look at branded food, which brands are actually better for you, which can improve your health, which ones are better for weight gain, weight loss and diabetes type 2, which is the better ones for your heart conditions. We're going to look at 4 sections. First one, calories, where we can see if we can control weight by going for a low calorie food. We're going to look at saturated fat, people with heart conditions will benefit from. We're going to look at carbohydrates and find low carbohydrate food help rather than irritate diabetes type 2. And the final section we're going to look at is costs. Assuming that we buy a branded product 3 times a week, how much can we save to be healthy eating the same sort of food but by switching products over a 12-month period? So the first thing what we need to do is log onto the internet and type in nadiet.info in Google, and that will take us to our webpage, We Can't Spell Success Without You. Click on downloads and then click on the brand versus brand food challenge icon. This will give us a list of all the foods that's available in categories such as canned food, ready-made meals. So today we're going to take a look at
tomatoes.
So today we're going to look at fruit and veg, and probably not the most exciting subject. One thing what we need to appreciate with fruit and veg is that historically it'll be full of nutrients, and these nutrients will be all your vitamins. It'll be vitamin C, B1, B2 and all your iron and things like that in there. Generally food these days is force grown, so we can't look at those sort of statistics anymore. What we can do is look at food as such as calories, carbohydrates, saturated fat to see which are the healthier options. But we have to be aware is that when we're actually purchasing fruit and vegetables is the source, and if you can, but it's the most expensive but you will get more nutrients in it, is by shopping organically. And if you shop organically, this means that you'll get away by eating 5 a day. Failing that, probably because of how much it actually costs. If we look at the traditional markets, where a lot of people in the 70s, 80s used to always buy the fruit and veg from markets, which is locally grown. It's not quite as good as organic, but it's far superior against supermarket type fruit and veg. So if you can buy from your local markets, your locally grown products, and by doing that you'll get away by eating 6 a day. And finally, you have your supermarket fruit and veg, which has been force grown. It'll have a lot of chemicals in there, it'll have very little nutrition value with your vitamins B1, B2. But it's cheap, and a lot of people go for cheap these days. If you're going for supermarket vegetables, then look at having 7 a day. So back on the website we need to scroll down a little bit and we will find tomatoes. So if we click on there, and once again we're invited to open the word sheet, which will give us more information. Looking at weight loss and weight gain, one of the big questions really is it better to have canned tomatoes or is it better to go for fresh tomatoes? So if we have a look at the sheet that we've got shown, we find is that organic tomatoes in a 4-pack is 16 calories per 100 grams. Once again, you get 4, 6, 8 tomatoes in a pack, so you're not going to eat them all at once. So if you want to lose weight, organic fresh is the best bet, 16 calories. Looking at gaining weight, canned tomatoes, supermarket canned tomatoes is 25 calories, and that's per 100 grams rather than pack. Obviously, argumentatively, if you have a can of tomatoes you probably eat the entire can, but if you have 4 tomatoes, you know, you probably incorporate them on sandwiches or whatever, so you're not going to eat 4 tomatoes all at once. You may do, but we're going for 100 grams rather than packed. So there's no great deal of difference between organic and canned. However, if you want to lose weight, go for organic fresh. Failing that, you can go for budget canned, which is 2 calories more. And if you want to gain weight, then go for supermarket canned at 25 calories. So looking at saturated fat, all of them have got 0.01 or less saturated fat, so no matter which one you go for, it's going to be good for heart issues, stroke issues, anybody worried about saturated fat level, cholesterol issues, anything like that, any will be good. However, interestingly enough, when for budget canned, and budget can basically is you get the tomatoes off the field, you throw them in a can, you put the water in, you seal it, that's it, it's done, so there's no further tampering. And we found on budget canned you are at 0 fat, absolutely nothing, so you really can't do better than that. Likewise, supermarket canned, so obviously they want a slightly longer shelf life, so they've done something with that, put a little bit of preservative in, so it's gone to 0.05. And then organic, locally grown, market, supermarket, fresh has got 0.1 in. So budget canned is great for saturated fat. And next we'll look at carbohydrates for people with sugar issues, diabetes, worries, that sort of thing. And if you have a look, budget canned, organic, fresh has got 3 grams of carbohydrate in there per 100 grams eaten, which is a very tiny amount, really, half a teaspoon of sugar, so not a great deal to worry about. Likewise, if you want to put weight on and you're not worried about diabetes or sugar issues, then the supermarket canned is 3.8 grams of carbohydrate, which is probably around 12 for the entire can, which is once again quite low, so I wouldn't let these levels put you off actually having fresh or canned tomatoes. And it's a versatile food, so you can do quite a lot with it. So once again, if you're budget canned, if you're worried about diabetes and sugar related issues, supermarket canned, try and keep away from. However, if you're not bothered about diabetes issues, supermarket canned if you want to gain weight. So once again now we're looking at tomatoes, and we're comparing organic fresh, which is the most expensive brand at £1.60, against budget canned tomatoes in the supermarket, which is around 28 pence. We're going to have 3 of these, so we're assuming that one portion in this size is either the entire tin, or it's going to be 4 tomatoes that you get, so we've put the sizes to 400 grams to balance that off. So we're going to have 3 per week, and this now tells us is that you will eat the same amount of food, so you're not going to eat less or not. You would actually gain weight by doing the switch to budget canned tomatoes. This switch would not be good for diabetes. In fact, if you look at the 2 levels, they're both 3 grams of carbohydrate, so it's actually would be no different. But obviously the default here is saying it wouldn't be actually a way of improving it, just for the same. This switch is excellent for the heart, you're going from 0.1 saturated fat to 0 saturated fat, but in fairness to organic, 0.1 saturated fat is extremely a low amount. The sugar equivalent changing throughout the year, because we're looking at very tiny amounts here, is none. However, looking at the amount saved, you would save £205.92 per year with this switch from organic to budget canned, and you'll be expected to gain £1 per week just simply by the switch. Once again, we're seeing other switches where you can lose £3-4 pounds a year easily, plus more. So considering this is really good for your heart, it's really good for diabetes. It's actually, tomatoes is one of the very few fruit and vegetables, and a bit of a shocker is that actually boosts up your resistance to cancer. So, and that doesn't matter if you eat the budget canned or if you have the organic fresh. Some would argue the organic fresh is better for that, but my research has basically shown that they're the same. The can to your heart with this very, very, very low saturated fat, and carbohydrates and sugar levels, as we can see, there's basically in effect there's no sugar in it. But you would save £205.92. So once again, another thing, look at those budget canned tomatoes next time you're in the supermarket and consider the switch.
If you have enjoyed this video, then please provide your support by liking this video and subscribing to this YouTube channel. If you are watching on Facebook, then please like and share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thank you for viewing.